To achieve our empowerment culture, our schools, families, and churches will have to mentally prepare our team to take calculated risk. As we travel a new road, we will have many choices to make regarding economic development, politics, education, and our places of worship. Our traditional institutions must accept the double responsibility of educating and psychologically conditioning blacks to take calculated business risk and compete in areas other than sports and entertainment. Our institutions should help us practice the process of collecting information and assessing it through a set of principles, then making it an informed decision, taking a calculated risk. The willingness to risk failure allows the exploration that leads to success. Needless to say, one should never take risks simply for the sake of risk. But as a noted military strategist once said, as he was preparing to do battle, if you take risks, you may fail, but if you do not take risks, you will surely fail. So what we talking about right now, like the book saying, you're going to have to take a chance. You say you want to change your life, you're going to have to assess everything that's going on, that's been going on in your life up until now. What do you want to change? You want to change your financial? You want to change your relationship at home with your husband, wife, spouse, your kids, at your job? You want to work less hours? You want to get more time to for yourself, to work on your business, to learn about stocks? You want to take some courses? You want to educate yourself so you can jump out there on faith? You're going to have to take a risk. It's going to start with you deciding. First, you got to decide. Then you got to take action. But you're going to have to take a risk. Let's continue on. Second key to empowerment, a group vision. A group vision functions to provide a clear collective destination and a sense of how it should be achieved. Black Americans are very fortunate to have survived nearly 4 centuries of slavery and Jim Crow semi-slavery without a vision of where they should be going and how they should get there. We did not even have the benefit of a group dream until the end of the Black Civil Rights Movement. The dream, however, was based on very broad and amorphous concepts of freedom, equality, and justice. All of these concepts are relative and very difficult to define. On the other hand, they are palatable and excellent motivators, especially for a group whose acceptable options at the time were relegated to marching and demonstrating. Today, we need more practical, tangible, and measurable racial goals and supportive activities that bear directly on resolving our wealth inequality or inappropriate behavior patterns. We should accept nothing less. History is full of examples of how oppressed groups envisioned their escape by taking power for themselves. For those who did obtain freedom or justice, their vision was always the key that unlocked the door to their group's resources. In biblical times, Moses had a vision for his people that drove him and thousands of poor Jews through almost insurmountable obstacles to the envisioned promised land. Moses had a vision, not a dream. A vision means the mind's eye is wide open. A dream implies the mind is asleep. Real quick, no disrespect, similar to I have a dream. We probably should have switched that to I have a vision. We don't want that insufficient funds check. We're not going into no burning building. You telling us about our shoes, pull ourselves up by the bootstrap? Nah. You gonna give us some boots with shoestrings in them? You gonna give us some running shoes? You gonna give us some sandals? You gonna give us something so we can walk up here and go get what we owed in proper fashion, just like how your people going up here in proper fashion and getting what y'all made us work for over 400 years. You see what I'm saying? And y'all profiting 1,500% of profit off of us, we won't have, if not all. We did all the work. You feel me? Let's continue on. A dream implies the mind is asleep. Jews today remain committed to Moses' vision of a powerful, self-sufficient minority religious group. Thousands of years after their exodus, Jews in Israel are politically and economically powerful. There are more recent examples here in the United States of a minority group with the group vision. Generations of poor European immigrants came to the country with the vision of expropriating Indian land and using free black labor to shape a new world. This vision resulted in the building of the United States of America, the world's greatest superpower. Spanish-speaking people, now called Hispanics, are another example. They have a vision. Not only are they coming to America for an improved quality of life, but according to William V. Flores and Rena Ben-Meir in their book Latino Cultural Citizenship and Public Statements by the Council of La Raza, Hispanics are coming to America with the vision of becoming majority minority over blacks, while black Americans are fighting the battles of civil rights for everybody. These two authors explain that Hispanics are working to have cultural rights equated to blacks' legal rights. Jeffrey Fox, in his book, His Hispanic Nation, proclaimed that a new ethnic identity is being constructed in the United States made up of Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, and all other Spanish-speaking groups that will surpass blacks in population and change the political focus from black and white to white and Hispanic. See how they're getting rid of the black people? First, and I remember, it was black and white at one point. Now it's white and Hispanic. Because remember, this book was, the last thing I said was like 05. So that means this book was written before 05. It's 2022 right now. Let's continue on. Their vision is to achieve economic and political power over major geographic areas of the United States, especially the southwestern and southeastern states. Whether Jews, European, whites, or Hispanics, all of these groups have used their group vision to move their people. The collective vision is in the mind's eye of the group, and it plays a vital role in guiding the group's behavior. Our national empowerment vision will function the same way. It will be used to focus our attention, give us a single-minded purpose, serve as a template for decision-making, and establish group direction. For example, when Black America is asked, then, which way is north? They will not all point in different directions. Their direction will be anchored in reality. Black America must have a vision that describes what black people need and what they are capable of becoming by a specific year in the future. In order not to be pie in the sky, the vision must be linked to a realistic plan. The PowerNomics vision for Black America. The PowerNomics vision is a Black America that is politically and economically self-sufficient and competitive by the year 2005. 2005? It's 2022, y'all. That was 17 years ago. How far have we moved as a people collectively with the same vision? The way this book is explaining, everybody doing this. Oh, north. Which way is north? Oh, that shit. Oh, I thought it was that way. Nah, it's that way. We got to get on one accord, man. And everybody pointing in the same direction. It's that way. It start with you. That's which way north is. You know what I'm saying? For real. This shit pissing me off, but it's all good though. The PowerNomics group vision is crafted to do a number of things. First, it is called the PowerNomics vision to lock into Black America's mind a concept that defines the solution for our racial predicament. We need economic power. This newly coined phrase and vision will keep us from wandering back into the pursuit of limited social goals. Secondly, this vision is very specific. It tells us what we are seeking: political and economic self-sufficiency and competitiveness. Any acts or issues that do not result in greater ownership and control of economic and political resources for Black Americans do not fit the PowerNomics template and should be given a low priority. Third, the group vision sets a timetable, the year 2005. This is a short but workable timetable if we commit ourselves to the task. Any shorter period is unrealistic. Any longer period, and we will be too far into the permanent underclass status for any actions to make a real difference.